Okay, let's see how this will work. Well, seems to be coming through. Anyway, here. Hi, Tech Rabbit here. Sunday night random news and tech with some tea. As long as the stream stays stable. That looks like it's a good bit rate at least. Hope the sound works. So anyway, we've got quite a packed session for this evening. My dog Charles. Hello Charles. Been doing quite well this week. Quite a lot of views on the channel, but not many that have subscribed, and that's interesting. Like I brought up earlier, that my channel's always like that. If I get a hike in views, like even a record number of views, then I hardly get any subscribers, and when I start losing views, then the views number starts coming down, then the subscribers start coming in. So I don't know what the statistics of that is. I think there's both benefits and drawbacks of being like the tech rabbit, because like a rabbit does. We jump from many different technology areas, so we don't have a really distinct niche. And that maybe just doesn't sort of go into that many subscribers. Well, it's kind of interesting. And you're only interested in my knackerbird. Yeah. But anyway, we'll see how the views and subscribers develop. But I'll just let it run. I intend to produce content whether I have subscribers or not. Doesn't really matter. Been doing some more. I've been actually using our PlayStation VR system. If you want to see that, I have a video actually when I unboxed it and set it up. And it's actually quite good. Now I've got the what were they called? Move controllers to work. The ones you put in your hand and you move around, which I actually did a very negative view on when I unboxed the PlayStation for the first time, because I thought they were really not that useful for anything. But they've actually been shown to be actually now very well working. So I don't know if there's been a software upgrade or something. Now you can initialize them systematically, and they come in and they're well coordinated with the VR environment. So I actually tried them in something called Super Hot, a really action shooter type, very weird game, and can recommend it. And then it worked very well. My son's been playing something called Job Simulator. He likes it a lot. Now I've ordered the Power over Ethernet hat for the Raspberry Pi 4. It should be kind of coming next week, and then we can experiment with that. What else to go on the list? Yeah, NVIDIA graphics card. Like, had a little check-up on the stock situation from my region's perspective. It's still like, yeah, you're not getting the lower end cards, and even the higher end cards, they sell them through the internet. Only one per one piece per customer, and they don't give you the status of the stock. So I think availability is pretty much zero. Now, as everybody knows, AMD's released their cards. We'll see if their availability will be better on those ones. And consoles are still to come. So I would recommend holding off purchases of graphics cards and consoles until this situation calms down. Sadly, I think that the best situation will be somewhere towards after the summer next year. Then the availability will be stabilized for the different models, and consoles will be out and the full competition would have started. So I'm gonna actually hold off thinking about graphics cards until mid next year. Anyway, let me know what you think. Put it in the comments and chuck a chat. They're also horribly overpriced. When I was looking at prices, and way above, like minimum 30% over the MSRP that they were stating that they should be available at. Of course, if you pay 1,500 US for a graphics card, you could probably get one. But is that what was intended when they were talking about the great new release? Because more the price goes up, the more you have to question its value. I would argue for a normal consumer, a graphics card costing 1,500 US dollars is really not a consumer graphics card. At least not for us normal mortals. So, anyway, I'm gonna sit and wait with my cash until later. Let other people burn their money on stuff that doesn't exist. Yeah, and then there was been a bit of a wave of around 3D printing. Wait if I can bring up the let's see if I can get a picture of them. I could just show. I just took a random website here. Hope I don't get copyright strike for this picture. Or you can just go look at but I mean, old DP is quite awesome, right? That one. Yeah, here, this 3D printer that actually, it's pretty much a normal 3D printer, but then the actual heated bed is it's a belt. I watched a few videos about those. I have a little bit mixed feelings on it. Kind of a niche use case area, I would think, and then quite a few of the reviews and stuff that I watched, it wasn't mechanically working so brilliantly. So I don't know. You know, I mean, you can do like continuous long prints, or you can do theoretically mass production. You can print the same print many times. What do you have? So anyway, let me know what you think about this. I wasn't going to go into these in any great detail. So. One of the new things that's come out over time. Yeah, I created a new web site. here's my new website. I don't know, you can reach it through the techrabbit.com or the techrabbit.eu. So both address domains are mine. And I intend to create, this is going to be like a web page, blog post area. So I'll see how much I use this. I think it's better than what I had as a placeholder for previously. Now you can post comments here also to what I put out. Yeah, and then I was installed amps, and then I installed WordPress as the application. What do I have them? Yeah, amps is 3. I have amps 3.9 for Windows, and it comes with PHP version 7.3, and I wanted to upgrade it to 7.4, but it wasn't really any easy way to get that done. There's been a bit of discussions about what the future of amps is, and the partially free and partially commercial organization behind it, if it's actually going to survive. I mean, it's existed for many years. And now when I was researching, it seems like there's a bit of negative comments about that it's not being maintained that well, and the developer fee, like if you ask questions and stuff, it's very hard to get. And one of the things that I've noticed is that when I install the amps 3.9, you get a lot of out-of-date packages that are auto-installed when you install amps itself, the PHP packages, like for different applications. So many of them haven't been updated in like 2 or 3 years. So that's not good to have that kind of old stuff hanging around. And plus, I think it doesn't support the latest PHP version. So I was looking at some alternatives. There are alternatives to amps, but most of the alternatives don't have such a neat method for installing stuff, like having multi-application support, so you can install more than one application. I think I'm a bit stuck with amps right now. Plus, I like MySQL. I like that as a database. I want a little bit. There you go. What else has happened? Yeah, this one, WordPress spam protection. I don't know what's happened with WordPress, but they had added a spam protection that basically kind of forces you to take the subscription edition of it. And basically the WordPress itself has the option to hold comments for review. So for small volume sites like mine, I think that's perfectly okay. I don't need an anti-spam protection. But they would put it right front and center. So it's like, you have to have this or otherwise you're going to be spammed to it. You know, so I didn't really like that. So everywhere where you have so-called free software, you always, seem to hit a pay barrier after a while. You're sort of walking along, I'm using free software, and then you turn a corner, can you pay? Either it's a subscription fee or a donation, or yeah, you see, software development isn't free. And then I sees it with amps like, if it was more like a commercial operation where people were getting salary paid for doing stuff, then there would be actually software auditors that would actually maintain the list of PHP applications and make sure that there's never anything that's more than 2 years old well, they would keep contact with the people developing those. Also, I think it's a bad practice that they actually dump in so much stuff that when you install it, you get heap loads of applications you have no intention of ever using. It's always the more you add, it's the more of a attack surface you expose. Yeah, that's my dog, Eddie. Charles was just here. Eddie's asleep. And autumn is here. It's foggy times and the leaves are falling off the trees. Getting darker, but not really cold. It was 11 Celsius today. Yeah, so what do we got left? So anyway, I thought that would be, a new blog site. I mean, you can also see me or contact me or whatever through conventional. I have a Facebook page. I'm on Twitter. I have an Instagram. Email works. And then, of course, you can go directly to the YouTube channels. So this is just another alternative platform. And I think it looks it's easier to manage than the old HTML website that I have. I was actually thinking of the next iteration of this. I'm going to probably, if I move to something, it'll be XAmps. So completely take away amps and then replace it with XAmps that would only be hosting WordPress. So I'm just going to work with this now for a while to get a feeling of how, if WordPress is the main platform I want to be running, and then if that's so, then I'll just scrap amps and go for XAmps. Or some of the other alternatives that are out there that can run on WordPress. And it's modules. No, that's pretty much it for the. Yeah, and then wait, if I set up this. Just a sec.
This.
Oops. Probably shouldn't play up. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. Sorry about the delay. Ah, my. That's not positioned so well. Put that down there. Yeah, Paul's Hardware. It's one of the channels that I follow. He's a newer father, daughter 1.5 years old, and he's getting a bit depressed, but he hasn't got enough time to produce videos. The usual. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I just thought I could give a shout out. Go over to his site. Watch one of his videos. Give him a like. Give him a thumbs up as a comment. Just to keep him going. He makes good content, and he'll make good content in the future. You just need to get over this sort of small child time, and the small child time is also important. So you shouldn't sort of just get so frustrated, be frustrated all the time. This time, and also enjoy it. So that was just a small idea. Let's see. And the ever-continuing check on stats. How has this been running? It says excellent condition on the stream. That's interesting. Stream health, extra check. I've not had any message related to a outage of either audio or video. And that's actually excellent. Nice. Oh, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but you know, the pandemic's probably, as has been predicted, going to be pretty bad during the winter, and it's just to hang out there and stay safe, as on an individual level. There's really not much we can do about what society does, but on an individual level we have a little bit, hopefully a little bit more control. And you know, there will be a vaccine someday and other procedures that will ease the situation, and society will just have to adjust itself and get used to living with this, instead of doing continuous lockdowns and panic moves. But anyway, just wanted to put it out there. Hang in there, it'll be okay. Yep, that was just my last thoughts and a wrap up of the tech news for the Sunday. And I don't know. Leave a comment if you have some topics that you'd like me to bring up, and subscribe if you thought this was interesting. There'll be more live streams, and which can be, of course, watched afterwards. And I'll see you in the next one.